Good day everyone. So this video will help you in solving right triangles. Okay, so let's start with this one. So in solving right triangles, basically we will be using the first three trigonometric functions, which are sine, cosine, and tangent theta. Okay, so let us define first, okay, or let us recall. So when we say sine, cosine, and tangent, basically we have this one. So you remember so, ka, toa. Okay? So what does SOHCAHTOA mean? Okay, so let's start with sine. So sine theta means opposite over hypotenuse. Okay? Cosine means ka. So adjacent over hypotenuse. And tangent is toa. So opposite over adjacent. Okay, so that's SOHCAHTOA. Now, let us answer the following question. So this is question number 1. Determine the length of side M given angle A, which is 54 degrees. Okay, so this is 54 degrees. So I will label my angle A, which is this one. Okay, my angle A daw, it's 54 degrees. And then my side A, now how do we get A? So side A is the side opposite angle A. Okay? So if you will look at it, okay, this is A. So its opposite side is this one. Okay? So that would be my side A. Okay, so my side A is 3.4. And then we need to find side M. So how do you get side M? So this is M. Its opposite side is that one. Okay, so this is my side M. Okay, so after determining and labeling the triangle, the next thing that you have to determine is which function you will use. Okay, so how will you do that? You base your answer on the given angle. Okay, so my given angle is 54. So with respect to angle 54, this will be my opposite side because it is opposite, okay, of the angle. So that's opposite and this is adjacent. Okay. Take note that the side that is opposite the 90 angle is always the hypotenuse. Okay, so since the hypotenuse is not a part of the problem, we just ignore it. So we will use opposite and adjacent. Okay, now, opposite and adjacent. So which trigo function will you use? Very good. So that would be tangent. Okay, so we will use tangent theta is equal to opposite over adjacent. Okay, so my angle is 54. So tangent 54 degrees is equal to opposite, which is 3.4 over the adjacent side, which is M. Okay, so once you formulate your working equation, you just solve it. Okay, so how do we solve it? So in this case, we multiply both equation by M. Okay, so that M here will be cancelled. So I will have M tangent 54 degrees is equal to 3.4. Then how will you solve for M? Okay, so here we divide both sides by tangent 54 degrees. Okay, so that tangent 54 degrees will be cancelled. So our working equation now will become m equals 3.4 over tangent 54 degrees. Okay, now take note. Here, your calculator should be in degree mode. Okay, so how will you determine if it is in degree mode? You will see in your calculator, the upper part of it, you'll see D, or in some calculators, it's written deg. Okay, so you just check how to change your calculator into D or degree mode. Okay, and then you just calculate it. So 3.4 divided by tangent 54. Okay, so here you will get an answer of 2.47. Okay, so this will be our final answer. You always follow the direction. It says your final answer should be rounded off into decimal places. Okay, so our final answer is 2.47. Okay, so let us discuss question number 2. So here I have triangle PRS. So angle R is the right angle. Okay, so determine the length of side R. Okay, now let us determine first, where is side R? Okay, so this is the opposite of angle R. Okay, so this is my R, which is unknown. If side S equals 4.8, so this is angle S, so its opposite is S. Okay, so side S is equal to 4.8. Okay, and then answer should be rounded off into decimal places. Okay, so after labeling the parts of the triangle, we now determine these sides with respect to angle 29. Okay, so this is our angle 29, so this is our theta. Okay, so again, you always start with the hypotenuse. Determine the hypotenuse. So in this case, the hypotenuse is the side that is opposite the right angle. Okay, it is actually also the longest side. So this is our hypotenuse. And then, with respect to angle S, because S is the given side. Okay, so S is the opposite because it's opposite the angle 29. Okay, so this is the opposite side and this is the adjacent. Okay, adjacent means near to the given angle, a side nearer or at the side of the given angle. Okay, but then since adjacent is not part of the problem, we just ignore it. Okay, so we get rid of it. Now, you determine which trigo function involve both the opposite and the hypotenuse. Very good. Opposite and hypotenuse is for the trigo function sine. Okay, so sine theta is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. Okay, so my sine theta is equal to opposite, which is 4.8 over the hypotenuse, which is r. Okay, and then let's just focus in our working equation. Okay, so here, the next step is for us to solve for r. Okay, so we will multiply both sides by r. Okay guys, this is the long method. Okay, but if you get the technique on how to solve for r, you may go to that step already. So this is r sine theta is equal to 4.8 because r here will be cancelled. Okay, and then we solve for r. So we divide both sides by sine theta. Okay, now I forgot to write my angle. My angle is 29 degrees. Okay, sorry. I'll just write it down. 29. Okay. So we now divide both sides by sine 29 degrees. Okay, so that we're left with r. So r is 4.8 over sine 29 degrees. So we now solve. Okay, so we just divide 4.8 divided by sine 29 degrees. So the answer will be 9.90 because it should be in 2 decimal places. Okay, so this will be our final answer. Okay, so let's go to example number 3. So what if you're asked to find the measure of angle H? Okay, given the triangle ASH. Okay, so ASH. So let us look for angle H. So this is our angle H. Okay, so this one is unknown. Now let us determine the given sides based on angle H. Okay, so based on angle H, always opposite the right angle is the hypotenuse. Okay, and then the given side S is adjacent to angle H. So this is adjacent. Okay, and then we determine what trigo function involves adjacent and hypotenuse. So that would be cosine. Okay, so cosine theta is equal to adjacent over the hypotenuse. Okay, so we will just substitute. So cosine, our angle is H. It's unknown. Okay, adjacent is 4.3. Hypotenuse is 9.2. Okay, now, how do we solve for H? Okay, so here we just get the inverse of the function. So our function is cosine. So our angle H, okay, will be solved using arc cosine of 4.3 over 9.2. Okay, now in your calculator, how do you get the inverse, the arc cosine? So you just press, there's a function there that is shift. Okay, or in the other calculators, it says second function. Second F. Okay, it means second function. And then you just press cosine. Okay, so shift or second function and then cosine. Okay, so let us now solve. So angle H is equal to, so press shift, cosine, and then you just type in 4.3 divided by 9.2. Okay, so here you'll get 62.13 degrees. 62.13 degrees. Okay, so this will be our final answer. Okay, so this is the solution for question number 3. Okay, so this will be the last example for this video. If you have any question, feel free to message me. Thank you.